Welcome to Ruthie Reflections. And yes, if you're tuning in for my styling, there will be other videos, especially the one I put up yesterday, that you can check out the styling. I will give you a little style hack at the end of this though. But right now, grab yourself a cuppa. Let's sit down for a few minutes and just reflect. And today, I'm back in this little word for today, and it's a part 2. I hope you're all well this morning. And you're ready to start a new week afresh. Got a new week God has given us. This is the day that the Lord has made. Okay, so let's go for part 2. I'm just going to open my Bible because the verse today is John chapter 2, verse 25. And it's this repeat of have realistic expectations. And the verse in question was Jesus was talking, and this is what he was thinking. And need it not that any should testify of man, for he knew what was in man. That's Jesus. Let's get into it, and I'm just reading it from this little UCB publication, the word for today. Here are 3 areas which you must learn to have realistic expectations. You must have realistic expectations of yourself. When you do things poorly, you usually feel bad. So it sets in motion the never-ending cycle of reaching for things that are out of reach, hoping to prove something you don't have to prove in the first place. You think you should be able to do what others do. Yeah, hands up to that one. Who else? Yet if you are not similarly gifted, you cannot excel in it. You don't need to prove anything. Just obey God and allow him to take care of your reputation. As long as you expect to excel outside your gifted and calling, you'll always end up disappointed. Yeah, see, that's interesting. We all have gifts. Do you know what your gift is? Do you know what your strong point is? And you need to focus on those. Other people are given different gifts, other gifts, and I know I look to others sometimes and I think, wouldn't it be nice to be able to do this, be able to do that? But the truth of the matter is we can't force ourselves or make ourselves do something that we aren't, it's not within us. So you focus on what you are good at. Today, I intend to focus on what I am good at. Number 2, it said, you must have realistic expectations in your relationships with others. To make yourself responsible for someone else's happiness or them for yours leads to a little frustration. Abraham Lincoln said, most people are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. I'm just going to repeat that because that is so true. Most people are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. Can you resonate with that? Yeah. If people don't have the right outlook in life, you and 100 others like you won't make them happy. And that's something we need to understand as well. It's within yourself to create that happiness, those good positive thoughts. And number 3, you must have realistic expectations concerning life. Jesus said, in the world you will have tribulation, troubles in other words, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. And that's taken from John chapter 16, verse 33. As long as we are in this world, we will have problems. And nobody gets a free pass. And isn't that true? I know so many of you out there will be saying, yeah, I've been dealing with this, I've been dealing with that. You know, there's a lot of sadness. But it says here, don't worry. The Lord has got everything under control. Just learn to be realistic. You will always have to deal with unpleasant situations, stubborn problems and difficult people. But your attitude, not theirs, is what determines whether or not you enjoy life. I'm going to repeat that again. It's your attitude, not theirs, is what determines whether or not you enjoy life. I think that's a word for today that we can all take on board. Right. It's Monday for me, and I've just popped on this little dress today. But let's finish off the look. This little dress in question is one of the supermarkets ones, and I always feel a little bit self-conscious because, you know, extra boobage. So throwing on a little waistcoat like this just is the ticket. It makes me feel more comfortable. I love the extra layer, and it actually makes the dress feel more relaxed for my Monday running round errands kind of look. Today I popped on my little Vivaya little pumps just because they're very, very comfortable. I might change to sandals later. It depends on how warm it gets. I have a little necklace on, but this little necklace is perfect because it's got the yellow in the waistcoat. And then let's just carry that through with the handbag. I haven't used this one for a while, and while I have a couple of handbags that I keep using, it's nice to get use out of all the handbags. Right, so that little pop of yellow just brings together the look. Give you a twirl. I wish you all a fabulous day. You guys, keep on being your own kind of fabulous. You don't need to look to others. You are enough as you are. And you just need to keep telling yourself that if you don't just quite believe it yet. All right. Take care and God bless. Until next time.
Ruthie reflections, chasing quiet recollections.